Hello everybody, welcome to another video from the Czech Premodern team. I'm Adam Koska, I'm here with Tomáš Vlček.
Hello.
And we have, as always, we have some spice prepared for you. I think especially Tomáš this time.
Yes, I have to say I just want to show you this beauty because I saw it some time ago as a screenshot on internet, and since I was a kid I always loved Domain. I remember when Kai Bude won Pro Tour with Domain and I wanted to build it, and so I first bought basic lands to have all the basic lands, and
that's a good start.
Then I bought like Evasive Action and some of the commons, but some cards were expensive. It's back then when they played Global Ruin and so on. But I just want to say I always loved the deck. It has beautiful cards, and what there is not to like about allied strategies. Like we all like to draw cards. I love playing Gas Blessing, but draw 5. I mean.
So well, I think most people would get on board with you on this one. Also, you can choose some beautiful basic lands and just like not play anything else than the basic lands of your liking. And my question would be, what is this deck? So clearly it's not an aggro deck, but like, what's the game plan of this deck?
First of all, I have to give a shout out to Matteo Falconetti, who's a designer of the deck, and we were in contact. We were talking about it because sometimes with Premodern, with some of the fringe decks, it's difficult to get a hub, to get some kind of like somebody to talk to who has like some relevant ideas, and this is like absolute beauty. Like, first of all, I want to say it's a 5-color deck that does not play any non-basics apart from fetch lands. Yes. Because even back then, like Kai Bude, because that was my inspiration, originally when I was trying to build this deck, he still plays some pain lands because it feels like unnecessary to play like blue-green or green-black. But this has no non-basics at all, which is fantastic. And at the same time, it somehow miraculously works. It's hard to believe it, but it works. It plays cards Chromatic Sphere to fix for mana, right? And draws a card. And it plays card that I think is very powerful and quite almost criminally underplayed, in my opinion, and that's Rampart Growth. That's really a wonderful card. So this helps you to stabilize. With the fetch lands, with impulses, you get your mana online. Usually you have like 3 colors in your opener, and you play some kind of a draw and go game. You try to slow it down. You play Evasive Action. You play Swords to Plowshares. Evasive Action. Like, Mana Leak looks like a very poor relative to this card that even features our 2 favorite spaceships.
The deck has it all.
Yeah, it has it all. So you're trying to slow it down. You're drawing cards. You have Fact or Fiction, and like we discussed it on this channel before, that Pernicious Deed might be the best card, or one of the best cards in the format, but it does not have a deck. There is no deck. I'm not saying we found our messiah.
Fans of the Rock will forgive us, but I mean, Rock is a nice deck, but it's probably not one of like the top tier decks.
Yes.
That maybe
we all heard the segment from Flores when he was like 18 on the Rock. Like, it was funny. So there's Pernicious Deed. There's also a card that I just absolutely adore, and that's Destructive Flow. I should say that Matteo, he prefers back to basics. It's maybe better. It's much easier to cast because the main colors of this deck is blue and green. On the other hand, sometimes you have to like blow it. It can be destroyed, and then it like did not do anything. I'm not sure, but I just love the card Destructive Flow. I want to play it, and even when it's like 2 turns in play, it does some work, and it does not do anything to you unless you have a fetch that you don't want to blow, unless you want to fetch. And one more thing, obviously, so it's a control deck. You're trying to destroy everything, and how we win. Of course, the main win condition is Gas Blessing. Obviously, it's a deck I like, and obviously another one is Decree of Justice. We also play Burning Wish, which is actually maybe the only reason why this deck can actually really work, I would say.
Because that's the access to 3rd Gas Blessing, right? As we all know.
It's another Gas Blessing, of course. Yes. Actually, it is in the sideboard, another Gas Blessing. But I think the main thing is that you can get the answer when you need it. We all know how is it with control decks. Your opponent plays something and you have answers for some other things, and you die. So Burning Wish can help you, can give you some removal. it can get you some weird cards, as you can see, but basically you always wish for like Allied Strategies first, Decree of Justice second, and that's the end of the game.
I really like the fact that this card can be both defensive and also is your win condition, basically. It's like having Innocent Bloods in the main deck. Slightly pricey, but still reasonable. 3 mana removal, sure. But it means that you have a lot of gas in the late game, because decks like this sometimes can run out of gas, especially if your lands don't do anything extra. Like no Dust Bowl, no man lands. And this is the way how to get around it. And I played against this deck a couple of times, and it's a really fearsome enemy in the late game.
I just want to say, for a short spell, I was undefeated. It was like unbeatable deck. It took 8 rounds of tournament play for me to lose for the first time, and it was to triple Armageddon in 2 games. So that's tough, especially when I had Evasive Action ready, and he just had another counter like foil or something. I'm talking about Yaramir, of course. So that was a little bit painful. But I think the deck is super sweet, and I love when we're playing. I'm not saying into the time, but if we play longer than some other people and they like flock around and they see that I have nothing, all the lands, you draw Burning, okay, draw 5. Thank you very much. So it's very cool. Generally, the deck is very good against controls, I think. It's very good against like all mid-range decks. Generally, it should be. That should be like...
because you have so much more value, so much more gas.
Draw 5.
Yeah, I know.
So that's quite incredible. On the other hand, I think where... Like, I'm not sure, we talked about it with Matteo, I'm not sure if you can beat like Stasis. I'm not really sure. It's beatable. I tried it. I had like triple counter for a Stasis, and it was not enough. So that feels pretty bad. We also changed a little bit. The original sideboard had only 2 Annul and then 13 sorceries. I felt I want to be aggressive. I want to do something. We even tested like a Raver Boa, which is not bad. It's good with Tarnishes Deed. It's like an aggressive threat. But then we felt maybe Meddling Mage. Well, Meddling Mage, we all know it. It's the best creature in the format.
Like a lot of bests in the deck.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say maybe it's the best sideboard creature in the format. Like a lot of.
That's a bit narrow.
Sure, but what I mean is like, if you are a deck with no creatures pre-board and you happen to have blue-white, then you might as well have Meddling Mages in the board, right? Yes.
But obviously, the card I don't want to see is Armageddon, Cataclysm. Right. I don't like these cards. I don't like so much Winter Orb, but Pernicious Deed can take care of it. So that's just I can talk about this deck for a long time. So I think this should be the end of it.
I'm gonna be much more brief. Basically, I'm bringing also a control deck to the table, but a very different angle. But I think this is one of the evolutions of Dead Guy Ale deck, which basically cuts the aggressive deck cards and brings in more card advantage, maybe more removal, but also more cards for the late game, like Decree of Justice. And I gotta say, I kind of like it. That sure, you don't have the busted draw of Dark Ritual into Hypnotic Spectre, which is a very high ceiling, but also you can just, your opponent plays Swords to Plowshares and you just 2-for-1 yourself. So this is a lot more, less explosive, but more do your thing. I also like the fact that it plays 28 lands, but I think 6 or 7 of them cycle. So it kind of feels like you're playing 22 if you don't need too many, or if you draw more, but you also, if you need them, you play them. I think against you with the destructive flow, I'm probably gonna cycle them more often than not. I'm curious how the matchup is gonna go, because I think generally speaking your deck looks a little bit better prepared for this, but I have Skeletal Scrying, which is a very good card, and I have Discard. So if I can kind of out card advantage you, is that a word? Let's pretend it is. And then I might get there.
Bury me in card advantage.
Huh?
Bury me in card advantage.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fireworks back and forth. You know, like
there's one thing I don't want to obviously tell you how to play your deck, but I was just thinking maybe wait with your duress. Because often, like my first Burning Wish goes for Light Strategies, and it's usually on like 4 mana.
I think so.
And then you can nick it.
I think also it makes sense if I want to push through Skeletal Scrying, So I want to get that counterspell out of your hand before I play my spell, and I don't want you to I don't want to give you time to draw it. So I think what you mentioned very much makes sense. And let's both pretend that I was the one who came up with that when we play the matchup. But yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see how the games go. I won the die roll, and I'm gonna let Tomáš go first, which I think it might not be a good idea, but I want to give it a try. I think the games are gonna go very long, so you can start.
Yes. I'll play Chromatic Sphere and go.
Very aggressive start.
My favorite start.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Plains and go.
I play Burning Wish.
Sure.
Just right now and just get the draw.
The draw 5?
Yes.
All right. My turn?
Yes.
Cycle. Draw 5.
I think you have quite a long time to find answers.
Yeah, well, how about you discard 2?
Yeah, I'll discard Punishes Deton Island. You gain 3 life.
Alright, so you gain 3 and...
No, you gain 3.
Oh, I gain 3, yeah, okay, sure. It's been a while since I played this game, this card, I mean. Go.
Yes. Get green mana. Draw a card.
So blue becomes green?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Alright. It does if you draw... Okay, well now it doesn't.
Get green.
So the draw 5 costs 5, right?
Yes. And play Plains, and it's your turn.
Okay. How many cards do you have?
3.
3 cards. I know. One of them. I think now is as good as...
Of course you have it.
Of course I do, yeah. So I'm gonna discard the draw 5.
Okay.
And I'll play Plains and pass.
Play Island and go.
You have the counter spell. I'm gonna cycle and get the Plains.
Absolutely.
This
I adore this card.
Going. Yeah, this card is sweet.
Amazing. I think it's like you always want to have time to pay 5, return it. I think you might have some, you might get some time in this matchup.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Plains goes into my hand. Draw a card. How many cards? 2 cards. Yeah, I think I want to get that evasive action on.
Yeah, so go. Cast it and impulse.
Sounds good.
Drop. And it's your turn. I think that can be the way. Discarding 5 cards.
Yeah. Originally I wasn't a big fan of the Gerard's verdict in the matchup, but now it did quite a lot of work. Go.
Try to get black mana.
Okay, I sense some nasty enchantment. Oh no, okay.
This one?
Yeah, that's good.
This one? And your turn.
And you have 1 card. So in my upkeep, I'm gonna have to...
Skeletor's crying for 4. Or return an angel. Dragon.
Thinking about it. Sure, I'm gonna get back the dragon, and then the tower goes away, and I'm gonna draw a card, and I'll pass.
I'll on tap, trigger on the stack.
No, okay. How smart.
Yes.
By the way, your draw 5 would be a draw 4 at this point, right?
That's true. That's true. I'll still take it.
Yeah.
Draw.
What's not to like?
I'll just put the blessing.
That is powerful.
And on impulse, draw. I think that's probably enough for now.
Yeah, and here we go in the late game where your deck is gonna get steadily better and better, and at some point I'm gonna have to figure out how to start doing things before every card that you draw is a haymaker. Like right now you still have a lot of basics in your deck, but
yeah, absolutely, and a lot of fetches as well.
Yeah,
I'll draw.
The fetches thin out the deck as well.
Yes,
so not
go.
so bad. Draw a card. Interesting. How about Vindicate on that enchantment? So go ahead.
Just probably Burning Wish.
Okay.
And I'll get the other card.
So
there are only two guys.
Decree of Justice or Guy's Blessing? Guy's Blessing is also not bad.
It's not bad, but I'll just probably get
Decree. Sure.
And it's your turn.
So I'll cycle the dragon.
Yes.
Get a plains.
How many planes you play?
I think the deck plays.
Because, for example, sorry to interrupt, but I think it's, for example, when you play this deck, this domain deck, you really, obviously, it's not very complicated, but it's very good to know how many of which land you play.
Sure.
Basically, you have two main colors, green and blue. You play 5 and 5.
Yeah.
And then I have 2, 2, 2.
Okay.
Sometimes it's important to follow it, especially when you have like fact or fiction. Is there still a land to get?
Right.
That can be really.
By the way, there are 3 more planes in the deck after I fetch this one, so not like infinity, but still a couple to go, and then the dragon can still be
I think
recurring.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. So decrease in your hand. My turn.
Yes.
So, sure. In my upkeep, I'm just gonna return the dragon. Draw a card. I'll play this very suspicious looking cave of Koilos.
My turn. I could fetch it. I could cycle it for 1. It can be good, but I decided not to. Pass the turn.
Time. End of turn, I'm going to cycle.
Yes.
Take 1, draw a card. How many cards do you have?
4.
4, and one of them is a decree. I think I'm gonna start with the morph.
You have it.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
I think I'll just impulse.
That's fine.
And sword splashes.
So I could unmorph to get a couple more life, but I think this is fine. I'm just gonna go to 24, and it's your turn.
My turn, draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so it had to come.
All right, here we go. That results in you draw 4, right?
I draw 4. So I'm quite modest in what I ask for. Fine. Just play planes, and it's your turn.
So I'll cycle 4 planes. So there's 2 more planes in the deck. My turn. So keep here's where it starts getting complicated. Do I get the dragon back or not? I think I'm fine with not getting the dragon back. I'm just gonna draw a card, play the planes that you know about, and pass the turn.
Impulse?
Uh-huh. How many cards do you have?
As of now, 6.
6 cards.
So on top?
Wait, I might still do something here.
It's the end of turn. Skeleton's crying.
The thing is, I have 5 cards in my hand. I think I want to go for it here, though. So I'm gonna have 4 cards. So 3 that I draw, I keep, and the rest I discard. So the question is, how many do I draw? I think the answer is probably more rather than less. So this way I would draw 5, discard 3. I can also go a little bit more overboard. I think I might want to. I think I'm just gonna go for. I'm gonna draw 7 and discard 4. I think.
Okay.
So that's actually everything except for the dragon. And you drew 4. I'm gonna draw 7 and discard 4. So I'm wondering which one's better. Oof. Oh my. This is not gonna be easy. Alright. So I'm just gonna start with like which ones I want to keep. How many cards do you have?
I have 6.
6 cards. So I want to keep these for sure. This one, so that would be 5. Okay, let me check. Okay, so I am going to discard.
And I will discard some amazing cards and I will concede.
I'm going to keep 7 lands in my hand.
Yes.
I'm going to discard these 4. I'm going to discard 2 cycling lands. Okay. Gerard's Verdict in a Swamp, and it's your turn.
Okay. It's like one battle in World War I where like Italians collapsed. Austrians went forward. It's called Caporetto. But then Austrians saw that there is so much of stuff that Italians just left there that they felt like we can't win.
Like it's trap, or like they had so much stuff that they could afford to leave it behind.
They were like starving for 3 years.
Okay.
And then they saw that the Italians had like everything, and they were like, we can never win. So that's what I was thinking when you're discarding, like,
okay,
you're discarding him to Turak and things like that, and pass.
Sure. So you still have a bunch of cards. I don't see what you have. That's a card that I would always keep. Just
yeah, of course. I mean, that's obviously
swords. Impulse. Wow. What do I do here? Swords.
If you don't mind, I'll just, in the meantime,
yeah,
just
sure.
fetch.
Feel free to fetch. As long as you pay 1 life, I'm all fine with that.
I hope I don't forget to pay.
So I think just like to think out loud, I think the options here for me are either Decree of Justice or Impulse.
For sure.
Because like the question is, can you get something better from the Impulse than the Decree? And I think the answer is probably yes.
I mean, I have 2 fetches here, and I have 19 lives, so I believe I maybe forgot once.
Could be.
I don't think
possible.
I did get any life.
There's no life gain.
So.
I
mean, Decree, you can like answer it Breath God. Like Impulse, draw 5, whatever, you can't. on the other hand, decree into decree can be like
It's a lot of.
it can get you.
Yeah, it's
Now you took some damage, so now I'm going to make 5. Maybe you have your own decree to block.
Who knows? Who knows?
I know.
I'm gonna go for the impulse.
Okay.
I think that's the right play here. I might end up backfiring, but that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna play Gerard's Verdict here, which could do stuff.
I'm just going to take these 2.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Okay.
if you have like an angel or something, I just like to have something.
Sure, that makes sense. And
Pass the turn.
no, actually, I'm just gonna play the angel here. I'm
Okay.
gonna hardcast it so that you can get more life when you start.
I'll just decree.
Sure, that's
I'll
fine.
just decree end of turn.
So
which
you
is
make
for
5 soldiers. Yes. I think we have.
I get these soldiers and just good.
Yeah,
5.
that's fine.
Okay, I'll take it in my hand and I draw.
So you have a decree, another decree, and 1 sword.
Yes. Then I draw a card.
And then you might do swords and attack, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna go to 21. Then you attack.
Basically take 1 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be at 16.
And
That's
I have this tapped, and it's your turn.
Right. Draw. And go.
Right. Yeah, I'll just decree again for
fine.
6. No, for 5.
5 because you
5
tapped
again
1.
because I tapped
Yeah,
1.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So I have another 5.
And there you go.
Draw.
Yeah. 10 tokens.
For 10.
So I'm gonna cycle a decree of my own, making 6 soldiers.
Yes.
I'll draw a card.
Yes.
This, and I'll attempt to block 6 of your guys.
Yes. So you take 4 damage.
So I take 4. I go to 12.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that fine?
That's. So I'm all right.
Then
now I just don't want you to have.
Fetch.
What do I not want you to have? Maybe another Burning Wish could really hurt me.
So I'll get Forest. Yeah. And it's your turn.
Alright. I'm happy to hear that. Draw. I'll play a very powerful Dust Bowl and pass the turn to you.
Yes. I have a decent card.
That is a good card.
Factor Fiction.
Yeah, this is where like you have a bazillion card advantage in your deck.
So there's
Good.
Fetchland,
So far so good.
Here,
Oh no, there we go.
Decree and Gas Blessing.
That is a very powerful set of cards. So I think. Whew. I think I want to go like this. You have still 1 card in your hand. I'm gonna check your graveyard in the meanwhile, if you don't mind.
No problem. Alright, I'm probably just going to take this.
So that's the Decree Chromatic Star land.
Yes, and I'll shuffle.
Because of the
Gas Blessing.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, there can be actual disadvantage to this because you can draw some fetch lands.
Right.
So it's the Plowshares, but
Like generally speaking, you can go on like this for a long time, whereas I'm gonna run out of good cards in my deck eventually. You just need to keep drawing cards.
But I got back some impulses. I got back like Factor Fiction.
And you have like draw 2 in your hand. You have Chromatic Star, Decree of Justice, so that's gonna get like. Presumably, it's gonna bring you some draw 5 Factor Fiction. This deck is scary in the late game, I gotta say. So
my turn.
That's your turn, right?
Okay. So top, draw a card. Play. Mountain.
Yep. So I still know you have another Windswept Butte in your hand.
Yes.
Right. I'll cycle another Decree. This time making 7 soldiers.
Yes.
So 4 of them block. 3
And
of them.
you have 3
so
tokens.
I'm just gonna borrow this. If you don't mind.
That's
and I'm
fine.
gonna draw a card.
Absolutely. And I think it's your turn.
All right. So you Decree of Justice. And I think this might be the right time to check your hand with the drawers.
Yeah, I'm just going to cycle. You got 8 tokens.
That sounds fine. So
yeah. I'll get 8 tokens and I'll show you.
I'm running out of dice. So okay.
I'm tapped out.
Right. I'm gonna take the impulse.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you have star evasive action. That's like soon is gonna not be enough for spells, but like so far it still does stuff. I'll play a swamp. And I'm just gonna pass the turn to you here.
Okay, I'll just take this.
Yeah. So
draw a card. Attack.
I have another decree here. But as you know, my deck list. I mean, you know that I play the full 4.
You play 4. I play 2 and 1.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make 7 soldiers here. So that means here it's gonna be 10, and I'm gonna 8 soldiers. This is like epic
so you have
battles.
10, so
yeah. I'm gonna end up with 2 soldiers alive. I'm gonna also draw a card from this Decree of Justice. A lot of soldiers have died.
Then I'll play Pernicious Deed.
Sure. So much for my other 2 lonely soldiers here.
Chromatic Sphere, and I think it's your turn.
So swap this for 2 cards because the number is now manageable. All right, my turn. In my upkeep, I want to bring the Eternal Dragon back. So that we like this. The dragon goes back into my hand. I draw a card. And
I take it.
Here.
But you use 3 decrees now, so
That is correct. Huh.
play it.
I mean, I can, and then you can either pop the Pernicious Deed, but you can't do it end of turn. Oh, I mean, you can with the draw a card from the right. Is that good? And then I can just replay the dragon next turn and hope that you don't draw anything. So I'm gonna play another Dust Bowl. Sure, I think that's what I want to do because you're not gonna pop the deed anytime
take too
soon.
long.
Like,
I mean,
for
you put in some pressure, and you know that I don't really have. I lost the impulse, so.
Yeah. All right, so that's all for me.
Yes, end of turn. I'm just going to draw first.
Sure, that's fine.
See what I get.
I think for me this is also like it's not so easy for you to get like Burning Wish into double black for Haunting Echoes unless you already have another black. So that makes okay. And then you're gonna blow up the world.
I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about it. I think I can wait.
All right.
So let's draw.
Yeah. That was a very significant.
So I'll fetch first. Go to 14. So I'll get this. Sorry, it's untapped.
Yes.
Then I do this and play Rampart Grove.
Sure.
Get the black.
Scary. Gas Blessing?
No, I got
another
this.
Rampart Grove. Okay.
Yes, Rampart Grove.
So you have 1 card and I know which one it is now.
Yes.
Okay.
And I get Island.
Sure. All right, my turn?
Yes.
So, yeah. Untap, nothing of importance happens in my upkeep. I just draw a card and I'm gonna swing with everything here. Is that enough to get the Pernicious Deed activation here?
I'm thinking about it. It's 4, 7. Now you have 5
5 cards.
1, 2, Yeah, I'll blow it.
All right. So everything goes away,
Mm-hmm.
and you're tapped out. Or you still have
Almost
some
5, 6,
So
7.
you're gonna have one land untapped.
Yes.
So I'm gonna use this opportunity to cast the other Skeletal Strang that I just drew.
You play 3, right?
I play only 2 actually, so I drew both of them.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Playing you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Let's see. I have 12 lives, so I don't want to like randomly draw to some decree of justice that you draw, but also I want to use the potential of this card here. I think 6 sounds like a good number here. What could go wrong? You don't play lightning bolts, or you play fire ice.
Yes.
So maybe I want to draw 5, just not to just stupidly die to like. How likely is that though? I'm gonna draw 6.
Okay.
So I'm gonna exile definitely the stuff that I don't want you to hit with the echoes. So that'll be this 5, and then this doesn't matter anymore because I already played both. So I got a 6.
So I hope you draw some Wrath of Gods and Swords Plowshares.
Oh yes.
Can you do that for me?
I'll try.
Because you were not doing that until now.
Yeah, I can also. I mean.
You can deck yourself in theory.
I can deck myself. Yes.
But I think the dragon will be quite persuasive.
All right. So Tomáš wanted some removal spell here.
Because when you cast it last time, you didn't even discard 1.
That's true. Because that's true. Like I discarded 4 cards and all of them were good. So that means I did not have any Swords of Plowshares back then, anything like that. So I'm gonna. So I already played a land here. I'm gonna Vindicate your Swamp so that it's not so easy for you to cast the echoes, and then I'm gonna play a Morph.
Okay.
And end of turn, I have 7 cards.
So sounds good.
You go.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Draw.
Yes.
So what I can do here is I can play the dragon before combat. That way I can still pay if you fire off that.
You broke it back?
No. I still. Oh wait. Sorry. I drew another one. Okay, now I gave it away. Yeah.
It's fine.
I didn't. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So how about Eternal Dragon?
Yeah, it's fine.
Resolves?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, attack.
Mm-hmm.
Swing.
Yes.
You don't block, and I'm gonna unmorph it. So it's an angel.
Mm-hmm. I take it.
And I gain 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I pass the turn to you.
Draw.
Yep.
Just cast Chaos Blessing.
That's fine.
Thinking what I want to draw. I guess Impulse and Decree of Justice. Is that what I want? Could be Pernicious Deed. I think I'll do it like that. I could have also shuffled your dragon into your deck.
Yeah, that's true.
Could have been maybe might have been better play. I draw?
Yeah.
Form. 5.
Yeah.
Draw 5.
That happens, yeah.
Okay. to 9 because I fetch.
Yeah.
Get island.
Mm-hmm. Like another basic land that I could have destroyed with the Vindicate could be plains.
Yes,
so that like you wouldn't have such an easy time going like swords and decree or something like that. But
absolutely, that's a fair point. What I'm going to do here is probably just impulse. Then I play Chromatic Sphere, and it's your turn.
So end of turn, I cycle, draw a card.
Yes.
And my turn.
Yes.
So in my upkeep, I bring back the dragon. Convenient to always tap the dust bowls first, because they just don't do anything at all. Except for tap for colorless. So this one goes back, draw a card. I'd like to attack.
Yes.
Swing.
I have swords for this
for
one.
the dragon.
Yes, for the dragon.
So this one
Take
goes
4,
away.
I go to 5. I don't like that, to be honest.
And I go to 14. And you still have that counterspell in your hand. How many cards do you have?
I have 4.
4 cards. So, I land.
I have to confess, I love these games.
I hope our viewers do too. Some necessary pauses here, as we both have like 6 or 7 cards in our hand, all the lands in play that we need. And then like I would like to play around your counterspell.
On the other hand, I think you don't really have to, because you can just slam it.
Now, the things I have more options here.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I have
of
more
course.
options. Like if the dragon's only my only option, I'm gonna
But,
slam
but
it.
for 12 mana, you can do the dragon every turn.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's-
right. I think that actually what I want to do is... Sure, I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to play a morph, or I'm going to attempt to play a morph.
Yes, you have it.
Results?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I can still play the dragon. If you don't have... You have to have either Fire Ice or... I'm just gonna pass the turn here.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So, tap. There used to be Wrath of God in the sideboard. That was cut. Yeah, it's not good enough.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. All right. So draw a card.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction?
Sure, yeah. Oof. Okay, so you have enough. Oh my. Okay, this is busted, and you have enough mana to like play and activate.
Yes,
the
I do.
Tenacious
I
Deed.
have more than that.
Yeah.
I have 7 mana.
Yeah. Right.
7 mana
You
to
play
do.
land already?
No.
Okay. This is quite incredible. And the options that you have in your sideboard to Burning Wish for at this point are like a removal spell in the
Yeah, there is like
form of
Innocent Blood.
Vindicate. Is
Yes.
there any Haymaker at this point in your sideboard? Like you
Not
don't
a-
have
not-
the
not a
ally
Haymaker.
strategy. You don't have the Decree of Justice either.
No, I don't have that anymore. I have Gas Blessing Vindicator. I have Echoing Truth, Hunting Echoes.
Hunting Echoes, yes.
But
that doesn't really do much.
It takes your. Oh, Dragon is not there.
No, because it's got Swords to Plowshare. So
and the other one is in a hand.
Exactly. So I think the best cards here are the Decrees, provided you can stay alive long enough for them to actually do anything, and it's not that they don't really block well. So then the next best card is clearly Pernicious Deed here, because that gets rid of both actually that's the best card here. It gets rid of both the angels. So I'm kind of tempted to go like this. Evasive action in your hand. Poof. And then if you go like this, you can kill one of the angels, still have 2 decrees left. Is that good enough? If you have like a decree, Innocent Blood. Oh, this is kind of crazy. I think I want to do it like this. Yeah.
I was just going to take this.
Sure.
Honestly, I would just do it really for one. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I need Pernicious Deed.
Sure.
And then anything else I get
is a bonus.
It's bonus. Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't sure if you don't have like swords in your hand.
I could have like swords or something.
And then if you have swords, like you take the Burning Wish, but you didn't have it last turn. Yeah, maybe that could have been 4-1 split.
So just play the
Pernicious
Deed. And what is it? 6 mana. 6, 7. Switch to do that. I think you can go.
All right, so I'm just gonna flip the angel.
Yes.
Why not? And play it like this. No upkeep, activation, and I'll draw a card. So I'll swing with both the angels.
Yeah, just blow this, draw a card, and blow it for 6.
And you don't have.
That's enough.
Okay. What do I do here? Can I see your graveyard? You have
Absolutely.
how many chromatic spheres do you have? 1, just 2, and alright. And you have cards in your hand. 4 cards. One of them is the counterspell. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So sure, that happens. So these are dead.
Continue.
So I have a couple of options here. I can go for the black to potentially cut you off. Like main deck, you don't have a lot of black cards. The
Pernicious Deed.
Pernicious Deed, but how many do you have play?
Yes,
you play.
I play
3, and 2 of them you already played. But I think since I went for the black mana first time around, I probably should. Yeah, I probably should do it again. Though I think maybe a good plan is to actually just start going for white with the Vindicates early on, which I might do in game 2.
Yes, I think maybe that's. I think Vindicate is a very interesting card in this matchup. It can be quite relevant.
Go.
Yeah, because I have the sword.
You have the sword. That is bad news.
Now I would like to dodge your another decree, your last decree. So just draw.
Yeah.
I'll play this.
Yep.
Blow it. Get black.
Yeah. And you're gonna work on my lands now.
I think so.
Or maybe not.
I'll
maybe
just play
sure.
Destructive Flow.
That's fine. My turn.
Wait a second. I'll just play another Chromatic Sphere.
Sure. Why do you have so many cards in your hand?
Blow it. Draw a card. Get black.
Black.
Destructive Flow.
Oh my god.
Now that's a good. What is it? 4. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. I just play a Rampart Grove.
Still have some good targets?
I think I have 1 island.
Okay.
That's it.
Obviously,
this was on the top, so...
So unlucky, as always.
Go.
You can rate Tomáš's unluckiness in the comments from 1 to 10. How unlucky do you think he was this game? The 2 dust balls go away in my upkeep, and I think at this point I just... Like, go. I just hope I need an Exalted Angel that you can't answer before it's too late, but I think too late is now, actually, so...
So on top.
Okay, upkeep. Trigger.
Yes. Resolves.
Oh no.
It's like a dream. I'm afraid I will wake up. Draw. Then I'll play Impulse.
Sure.
Just get the right strategies.
Not afraid of decking yourself? Not with the guy's blessing.
Not so much.
Draw 4. You're never gonna draw 5 again. How does that feel? Wait, 4, right?
4. Yes, I did draw 4. Yes. All right.
And if I kill your planes, you're only gonna draw 3, and that's manageable for 5.
Yes, that's manageable. And it's your turn.
Cycle.
Did you sack 2 lands?
Oh, sorry. Almost forget. I have so many of them. I'm gonna cycle. And it's your turn. Yeah, this is the point where I start drawing dead cards, and you're just going off.
And I'll just pass the turn. Discard this.
I'll sacrifice.
I didn't even put it into play.
Oh my. So I have 8 cards in my deck. No ways how to shuffle. But I think this is just about me drawing the last Decree of Justice before you draw a business spell. So go.
Get 11.
That should do it, I think. Yeah, you get 11 tokens. You draw a card.
You can still get Wrath of God, right? So.
But then I think if I Wrath next turn, then I can't play the Decree for enough.
Draw from this.
Sure.
Then I draw another card. Go for 11.
I go to 8.
And then I guess Blessing.
Yeah.
For Decree. For Pernicious.
Yeah, it's just like
Swamp.
every Gaia's Blessing you play, or every time you just like reshuffle, it gets progressively worse and worse.
Hang on a minute.
The point where...
There's already Gaia's Blessing. I could have that could be.
How does that feel, Tomáš? Can you describe it?
Honestly, I'm still scared that you will have your Decree and I will die.
End of turn? Oh, that would be so nice.
That would be. That's not what I want to
see.
see.
Considering I played my Phyrex in Arena last
I
year,
know.
It means I probably don't have it.
End of turn, I'll discard this.
Sure.
Well, hang on a minute. Sorry. I can Rampart Growth.
Is there?
Oh, the swamp.
There is. Wait. Oh, because you shuffled it back?
Yes.
You're such a master.
And now I don't even have to discard.
Oh, amazing.
And go.
So in my upkeep, I go to 7. I draw 2 cards. 1, 2. A swamp. And the red dot.
How many? Much money
I can only pay for 1 of the counter spells.
I have 2.
Wait, but do you have a swamp? You do, right? So
I
it's
do.
like pay 5.
It's 5. Yes,
yeah. So you play the first one. I pay 5.
I think he has Blessing for the win. Exactly.
Then you.
And I'll cast it again.
Wait, did you draw that swamp off from the Gaia's Blessing that you? Oh no, you had the Rampart.
I had the Rampart Grove. That could not get anything anymore.
So this one goes. This one gets countered. I have 7, and you have how many of those?
It's 11.
Should be.
I think it's 11.
Should be 11. No, right? Yeah, because I can kill 2 of them, and you still kill me. All right, that's the game.
Thank you.
Not yet, but
not yet.
So the first game was pretty long, as expected, to be honest.
But I think, on the contrary of how the matchup might look on the paper, I think it was very close.
Yeah, I think so. It was like about the last Factor Fiction into Pernicious.
At least 2 times I feel like I'm really losing. I can actually really lose the game. And then Factor Fiction into like the Pernicious. But even if I took the other pile, it would have been fine.
Honestly, I drew very well. Like I had both Skeletal Scryings in like top 35 cards of my deck. I had 3 out of 4 Decrees. I didn't blank too much with the Dead Remover spells.
Yeah, there's also funny dynamics when we both play Decree Like you will always resolve the spell scrying. Like I will.
Sure.
It's
Because
not
at some point you're gonna tap out.
Yeah, I'll tap
you
out,
might.
actually.
Yeah, no, but like it doesn't make sense to keep 2 mana up for.
Exactly.
But then you're ahead with the soldiers. I'm paying life for the scrying, and you're gonna have the first attack. So that's dangerous.
Could be. Yes, could be.
Anyway, as for sideboarding, as expected, I'm boarding out some of the removal spells. I'm keeping 1 Wrath of God in the deck for the Decree of Justice in either of the 2 modes. I'm bringing in some Fire Accent Furnaces that can mess up Tomáš Sky's Blessings. These disenchants, I don't really need them, but sometimes they can snipe off a Pernicious Deed when you're not ready. Or maybe the Destructive, how's that called? Destructive Flow, yeah. And Fire Accent Arena. As for Tomáš, this is what he's sideboarding.
Yes, I felt the game was too long, so I don't need to sideboard. I mean, if you don't know how to sideboard, play this deck because you don't need to sideboard.
You save a lot of time by not sideboarding, and you compensate for your 45-minute, long games in a way, at least a little bit.
Exactly.
So let's go for a quick game 2. We're off to game 2. I let Tom go first again.
So we'll see how that works. But I think in the first game I did not see it. It might have been better even for you, maybe.
Maybe slightly. I mean, the game was super long, so.
Yes.
We'll play Plains in a Fire Accent Furnace.
Yes. I'll draw a card and get green mana.
Sounds good to me. And ramp up a little.
I would like to.
Go for it.
Fetch. Go to 18.
If you have the Rampart Growth, you can search for
get
both.
Get green. I have Rampart Growth.
It's important to save time in this matchup. So like these shortcuts, they add up.
And swap and go.
That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna exile one of the cards.
Yes.
And how many cards do you have in your hand now?
I send him to Durak.
I always ask this question, regardless of which deck.
I have 5 cards.
You have 5 cards. Sure, I'm gonna go first.
Yes.
But I had some options here. I think it's better to just do it early because before you draw something, before you have more choice in terms of more information.
Yeah, absolutely. Eventually, I'll start get some fetches that I don't want, things like that.
Also, you're gonna have more information in terms of where the game is going and what you need.
I think I will discard these 2.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna exile the bottom card and let you go.
Yes. Draw. Fetch.
Yeah.
Get island and pass the turn.
That looks very much like Fact or Fiction to me. I'm gonna cycle. Draw a card. The rest, so you can Fact or Fiction in response, or maybe not.
I think I'll counter it.
That's fine. So exile the bottom card and pass the turn.
Draw.
Yeah.
Plains and go.
About Fire Accent Arena.
That's fine.
In that case, you go.
I'll impulse end of turn. You have 3 cards, right?
That's right.
Let's just get this one.
Before the end of turn, we'll exile something. And you go.
On top?
Yep.
Draw. Your Burning Wish.
Sounds good.
get this.
Yeah.
That you dare to have another duress. That's all I can say. And you may go.
Do I want to... How many cards do you have again?
3.
You have 3 cards. Okay. So I'm gonna draw a card and then draw one more.
19.
Then I'm gonna draw a card.
Yes.
I'm gonna attempt a Vindicate on one of your lands, and I think the question here is, do I Vindicate your island, which you have a lot of.
I have a lot of
you might
lands.
not have it, or do I try to make you draw 4 instead of 5, and also potentially cut you off one of the colors? And oh boy, this is not easy. I think I just want to go. You have 3 cards. You Burning Wished for that. Fetch 1 Chromatic Star. Whew. I think I want to go for the white land. So white land goes away. I'm gonna exile one of your cards and let you go.
Draw?
Yeah.
We'll draw 4.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
And it's your turn. Yes.
Pay 1 life.
Draw.
Did I pay the life the turn before? I hope I did. Okay, exile a bottom card, and since we're in the business of drawing cards here, I'm just gonna draw 5. So exile 5, take 5 damage, and I'm gonna discard 1 at the end of turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna discard a plains.
All right.
Yeah,
my turn.
Yeah.
On top. Draw. Play this. And I just blow it for 3.
Yeah, that works.
So that's like minus card. So
yeah, sure. Why not?
go. I mean, of the furnace that you would not.
Yeah, I know. Like normally, I would be able to get a card out of it, but yeah, I think that makes sense. How many cards?
I have 5.
5 cards. Whew. You led with a forest on your turn.
You can start destroying my forests.
You have a lot of those. I want to keep going after your lands here.
Which one?
I'm gonna go with the island just because you didn't draw. I didn't play another one.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna play a furnace.
Yes, you exile.
Exile the bottom card.
Absolutely.
And you have still a lot of cards in your hand.
5.
Right? 5. I'm gonna go for a morph and hope you don't have another pernicious deed. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. I think even if you do have another blue, it's okay for me to keep you off double blue, which does a lot.
I think it's perfectly fine. sorry.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Yeah, it's a lot of. It's a game where we both see a lot of cards.
Exactly, and I like those cards because usually who plays better wins most of the time.
Unfortunately, maybe for me, we'll see. We'll see. Did I? Oh yeah, I did. I exiled something.
Yes, you did. So Race of Action, that was the last card.
Yeah, right. So I'm slowly working on your graveyard. You're still gonna have a bunch of stuff to be able to target, but I think it's just like you can't just replay your.
I guess I'll just start with Gas Blessing.
Sure.
I'll get the light strategies,
these two,
and Impulse.
Sure. So that means you're not so short on the colored lands, I suppose. That's fine. But, like, you have a lot more business in your deck now.
Just thinking about the planes, whether I want to have a planes, because you were going to eat it, then you can Vindicate. That could be annoying. I'm probably a coward, honestly, and I'm just going to take the planes.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a cowardice. I would call it calculated risk. It's a nice phrase. I'm not sure if it applies completely, but a coward would take both of the basics. So.
Draw?
Yes. Interesting that you didn't.
Then I ramp up growth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Get island.
There we go. My turn.
Second.
Yeah. You do have planes.
I play Chromatic Sphere.
Sure.
And it's your turn.
How many cards?
I have 3.
All right. Draw. Eat the bottom card.
Island.
Island is fine. There's plenty of those. I'm just gonna attack here.
I forgot it's there. Honestly,
it's very sneaky, and
very sneaky.
The sneaky morph goes in for 2.
Yes.
And I'm fine. Here, go ahead. I thought that meant like the white mana for the swords that you're gonna slam there.
It wouldn't be bad at all, but it does not. Try to draw 5.
Oof, not again. Yeah, that happens. I feel so insecure without counter magic. Like, what am I doing playing control deck that does not counter? Seriously. Who does that? Yes.
So you have decrees. 4, 3, 8.
Do I?
Oh, your turn.
I do. Of course. So 4 soldiers, draw a card. Well, just like you're winning the card advantage battle right now, so I'm just gonna try to apply some pressure.
Apply some pressure for sure.
Oh, my turn. And you have a bazillion cards in your hand, don't you?
Yeah, exactly 7.
That is a bazillion in my books. Swing.
I guess I take it.
So that means you either take 6 or you take 8. Sure, 6 is fine.
Okay,
so you got a 10. Exile the bottom card.
Yes, furnishes.
Some cycle. Draw. How about you discard 2? What do you think about that?
I discard 2.
No life for me. Never mind. How many cards do you have?
I have 5.
5 cards. These Vindicates don't do as much as I thought they would. I mean, I'm playing a 3rd Stone Rain here, and you have 8 mana in play. I think here I probably go for the island again because you have a fetch for another white. Have I exiled? I exiled just only one island here. And the blessing is the bottom card now. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the blue.
Okay. By the way, the mana cost of Exalted Angel is 0.
Right now, I believe so. Right now, I believe it is 0.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
I'll pass the turn to you.
okay. End of turn now.
Yeah,
Fetch.
you
Get
got a 9.
9 and get my planes. The one I put back. It was dead and it is alive.
Miracle.
Prodigal son.
That is a miracle. Yes. I think I've heard it somewhere.
Well, he just squandered money, then he was hungry, and then he came back. That's all. Blue.
Yeah. Impulse.
Impulse.
Yes. See, I can do that too. So asking about that casting cost of Morse. Curious if that means you already have the Pernicious Deed.
Okay, hands up.
Yes.
Fetch. Good rate.
Do your worst. That's the worst. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna cycle. Yes. And my turn. Oh. So how about Exalted Blessing? Yes. We get to the business cards finally. Okay, so you can decree for 5, which I think is alright. I don't think I mind. Yeah, sure. Just gonna attack.
I'll decree.
For 4?
For 4.
For 4 only,
Block?
Sure.
So 4, block 4?
4 block 4, Exalted Angel goes, gets
Swords.
Alright. I didn't even... that was fast, yeah. Yeah, I think that happens. Sure. So I go to 15. It is an Exalted Angel. Yeah. The tokens kill each other.
Okay.
How many cards do you have?
4.
4 cards. I'm gonna go for Skullful Strine here.
2 out of 2.
So yeah, 4 out of 4. Actually.
You
Like
still have
2
like
out of 2 in
You
2.
still have like 40 cards in your deck, but it's
yeah.
It's fair.
So I think how many duresses did I have I played? 1. Only 1. So one way how to go about it would be to cast it for 5. I have 4 cards. I haven't played a land. I think that makes sense, right? Sure, I'm gonna do that. So I exile definitely this one. I'm gonna do it like this. So these go away. I take 5, go to 10.
I have to say the difference between in this matchup is that normally when I cast draw 5, I win.
Because you're the only one who draws 5.
Here it's like, okay, you draw 5.
Alright. So, a bunch of cards. Case of Coilos, ping myself for 1, and I'm gonna make you discard 2.
I'll discard 2 impulses.
Okay, so 2 cards remaining.
Yes.
Probably not bad. I have 7, and I'm just gonna pass the turn here.
Yeah, so I'll draw.
Yeah.
Blow it. For blue.
Yeah.
Draw.
Yeah.
Draw 4.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking for the duress in there, but
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, I did not get land.
Wow.
Go.
Okay. I'm gonna make you discard. Exile one. I mean.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's rampart growth.
Can I?
Yes, sure. But having access to the rest in this matchup, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna cycle here.
Yes.
Let me check if I played a land. I played. So I did not play a land yet. This one exiled the growth, right? This turn. I think I just want to play a land and pass the turn here.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're very much in the decree of justice territory again from like both of us. I think I'm gonna be the one who pulls the trigger first. Gets 5 tokens.
Yes.
Draw a card.
Yes.
Just 4. And I'm gonna go.
Yes, for sure.
So draw for the turn. Exile the bottom card.
That hurts.
No, you still have 1.
Or 2.
Or 2. And I'll attack.
Yes, I have mine.
So we trade.
Exactly.
Yeah, we trade the tokens here. And you're tapped out.
Yes. But there's no more Skeletons Crying for you to play.
That's true. Also, you don't have blue mana, so.
Yes.
I'm gonna go for a Fire Extinct Arena here. Did I play a land? I played the cycle and then 5 tokens. So I think I didn't play a land. Is that right?
Possible.
I hope. I would.
It's fine.
Yeah, I need a something that tells me, like a switch. Okay, so Forbidding Watchtower. Oh, so you can, if you get a land, you can have like land Pernicious Deed, blow it for 6. That would be unfortunate. The question is like, can I afford to play around it? I guess like at least when I do this, then I draw a card off that furnace, and you might not have it. But I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. Okay, whatever. Go. You can also kill it with Fire Ice, which is unfortunate. Huh. Yep.
Yeah, I do have Pernicious Deed.
You do have it.
And I'll blow it.
So I'm gonna draw a card here.
And
you're gonna pay 1 to get a forest, I suppose?
No. What do you mean?
Here?
No, I don't need it.
Oh, you have... Okay, because I played the morph and not the...
You play the morph, so for me it's enough just to do it for 3.
For 3, right. So, okay, sure. So I'm gonna sacrifice this.
Yes.
get rid of the other draw
Yes,
5,
absolutely.
I think. I mean, decrees are starting to look pretty scary as well at this point, but I think this is still the
Okay.
card that's better. Yeah, so
Well, it's in graveyard after
these
all,
two
so-
go away, and I'm going to draw a card.
Yes. And it's your turn.
All right. So end of turn. I'll cycle, get a planes.
It's kind of absurd. Imagine playing this in the tournament.
I mean, it would be what 1-0.
It would
for
be
sure.
just
Like,
1-0.
We would never finish game 2.
Well, we
so-
would not even start probably game,
Yeah,
game
I
2.
think so. We'd be lucky if we finished
Yes.
game 1.
In this century.
Yeah. So upkeep.
Yes.
The dragon goes back into my hand.
Absolutely.
Draw a card. How many cards do you have?
6.
That's absurd.
Next turn you can bring it back and
Oh. I'm
yes.
gonna get in
Yeah,
for a
go to
cheeky 1 damage with a Forbidding Watchtower, and I'm gonna work on your mana base a little bit.
Yes.
Kill the planes here.
Again, the same
I know it
planes.
is. I know it is. Yeah. That planes has been killed many times. Go.
Yes.
Like, the scary thing is that I think, depending on what you have, that's fine.
Destructive flow.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
So my upkeep, I'm gonna, I want to protect this. So I'm gonna
Yes,
get
activate,
1
or-
and activate it. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna kill that. I think
Okay.
that's better because I might draw
Okay.
something where I need the mana.
So
and-
sack it.
Yeah, this one's dead. Sorry. Draw a card. Okay, duress it is.
I have to say, this never happened to me before.
That you don't have blue.
I don't have blue.
Okay, so I think what I can do is that I can just. How many chromatic stars are there? 1,
3.
2, 3. So
Three
you
are out.
have 1 island away and 3 stars. Uh, 2 islands away actually. So there's 3 islands and 1 star,
Yes.
and then there's like a couple of rampant growths, I suppose.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think there's just one way for me to win this,
Yeah,
and that's
swords
to
to
take
bashers.
the swords and then try to kill you with the dragon. So I think it doesn't matter even if I'm not gonna ask my usual question: have I played a land? Because like even if with a land drop, I wouldn't be able to
My turn?
attack. But I don't think I played it, so I'm just gonna play it here and go. There we go, like a pro.
Okay.
Okay, now I think I can't win at this point.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, you can take 5 or you can tap the dragon. There's some decision there.
I'm thinking how to. I can also draw.
Okay, I think-
I can obviously draw 5 cards.
And
I'll be
hope
on-
to draw the swords.
Yeah.
Maybe. And I think you played like 2 or 3 already. 2. 2 here. None
There's
there.
one here.
So you played 3 already.
Okay.
That's
But I'm not sure if like tapping the dragon is going to do it for me here.
You can draw another blue and then just like play multiple spells in your turn. I don't know. I mean, I'm also curious about that unpopped fetch land. I guess that the 1 land is more important than thinning the deck at this point.
1
Like
life,
you- like
because
this one? Yeah,
if
one life,
you
yeah.
swing for 6, that's kind of relevant.
Maybe.
But I will really have to like. So even if I let's say draw 5.
And you want to draw Swords to Plowshares, which there's exactly 1 of. Let me help with the math here.
So kind.
16 cards in your deck. You're gonna draw little south of a third of your deck with that card. Isn't that nice?
Yes, for
You can also draw the Destructive Revelry to like kill the Watchtower, maybe.
Destructive Flow.
Destructive Flow, yeah.
Right. How to keep that, this. That's actually very difficult. Obviously, I have to make a
take your
decision.
time.
I can also impulse. To have like more
Sure, like
possibilities.
you have more mana, you don't draw 5, but you look at 4, which is not that different. That's true. Maybe that's the best way
I'll
to
just
go
go
about it. Like,
for,
Burnishes these not gonna cut it, but
No.
like, well, actually, like, what are you if you're looking for swords? What are you gonna do with the rest of the mana then? You can maybe sure yeah.
So
let's see. 4. Did you get there?
Right. No.
And
And
then that's gonna be interesting.
and it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, I wanna know what you got. Another island, sure, that makes sense. So here I think I want to take the Fire Ice. Like, these two cards are basically interchangeable at this point. And wait. It's like if you draw 5 and then look at 5, so you're gonna actually have. You would have to draw first, then draw. Well, you can't because you're gonna take 6 here. So you can't sacrifice that. So that means that you can't play these 2 and draw into Swords to Plowshares. So I think that's what I want to do, right?
Take Fire Ice.
Yeah, take Fire Ice.
And go.
And then I'm just gonna
I go to 1.
6. You go to 1. And play a land. Pass the turn to you.
So Destructive Flow doesn't cut it anymore.
What does actually Decree of Justice into Swords? Decree of Justice into Fire Ice, maybe if you're modest with how many soldiers you make. Okay, I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Well,
no,
for sure I'm going to play Islands.
that sounds like the
sure.
right thing to do. Yes.
Okay, now I have to look here.
I hope our viewers are amused or entertained. This has been by far the longest matchup that we've covered, I think.
Yes, exactly.
I'm curious if we should have pitched those decks against Burn instead. But like personally, I really like those long, grindy matchups where you go through most of your library and like and. Okay. You don't listen.
Okay.
You take your time thinking.
No.
I'm just
I already know.
so
I already know what I'm.
All right, go for it.
So I can only hope you don't have Decree. I can't play around everything. What's funny that I have Burning Wish, so I could go. Normally I would go for like Vindicate or Innocent Blood, but that's just not enough because I only have 1 life.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, my anti-burn tag.
Oh no!
I'm getting 10 life.
Oh jeez, no! That card is unbeatable in this matchup. Game 10, I can't beat that.
Game 10.
That is just completely ridiculous.
So I have 11. I just
and now your fetch land is active.
Yes,
what just happened here?
And that's
so. Just tap your mana so that we know what's going on there.
Basically, I just only need to keep. I can
so
fetch land
pay
and
5.
island.
Yeah. You pay 5 for Burning Wish and this
Yes.
insane card.
Yes. And now I will tap everything. Draw 5.
That works.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That is just
5.
completely ridiculous. What happened?
And it's your turn.
I don't have the degree.
I will say, did I play a land? I did. The island.
You played the island that
I
you
played the island.
that
Yes.
you looked
That's
for
it.
last
Yes,
turn.
your turn.
So, oh my god. I'm just gonna activate and chip in for 6. That's all I can
6.
do.
I have 5.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna play a swamp and pass the turn here.
Yeah, still probably can't really beat Decree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Let's hope I have it. So now also it depends if you have the swords or not. If the swords are here, then I still personally have a fighting chance because I can, like, you need to exile the dragon. Like, killing it is not enough.
yeah. So what I'm probably going to do is to play Fact or Fiction.
That should get you to the decree. Should I flip it?
See,
Like tap the
I think
cards?
you can do these
So
5
there's
cards.
two.
There'll be 2 left. Yes.
2 left. No blessing, which is good for me because you're not going to shuffle your whole library. There's the swords, and there's also Pernicious Deed, and I think that I just, like, there's no way you take anything else than the swords. Yeah, sure. Like, you get the swords.
Yeah, you got me. You got me good. So I'm just going to do this.
Yes.
I won't make it
happens,
too complicated. You get 5 life, you go to 11.
Awesome. 14, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Why 11?
Well, okay, and then I'll continue. Just play Swamp.
Mm-hmm. That works. And start Gaia's Blessing like crazy. Basically stacking your library at this point. Where are my Phyrex and Furnaces? One is dead. 2 are dead. When is a Phyrex and Furnace when man needs it?
Go. You had 2 life. You had 2 already.
Yes, but there's 3 of them.
Oh yeah, of course. So you can draw obviously all of them. So
that was classic Tomáš for our viewers here.
Yes. Sorry.
I love that.
No, but please go.
All right. All right. Draw. Huh. Sometimes I wish this was a 5-1 instead of a 1-5.
Or 1/1 regenerate.
That card is just bad. Like,
Yeah, it's incredibly bad.
yeah.
I mean, this one is like borderline playable.
Yeah. That's true. I'm gonna play. Sure. I'm gonna play a Mysterious Morph here.
Mm-hmm.
Resolves.
It does.
All right. Then in that case, go.
Now I hope there is no mistake here. So one
Is this one
blessing.
of those situations where like it's about knowing your deck list?
One blessing is exiled. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, just Fact or Fiction end of turn.
Wait, that's how it works?
Yes.
With a Fact or Fiction?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't have 5, you only reveal 2.
I think so.
And I mean, it's not draw.
Okay.
Right?
No, it's not. It's not.
So okay. So you reveal 5, but actually you only reveal 2.
Yes, 2.
So that's blessing
Like 2
and
piles.
something. And then I want you to not take. I want you to take the blessing, which means I'm gonna do like 2 and 0, right? Because that way you end up with having to take the 0 and shuffling this into like your library bag. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think it's too smart. Yes.
So
I'm not going to get anything. I mean, there is certainly argument for actually now winning in the sense that I get Gas Blessing, Gas Blessing for Gas Blessing, and
But like,
so on,
wait. So that means you have 2 Decrees of Justice in your hand, does it? Like, I should have checked the like. Okay, we don't have time for this, but like, if this was unlimited time, I would just check the graveyard to see what Tomáš has in his hand, and I believe there was a couple of Decrees, which is scary.
And my turn.
Yes, but there's no Swords to Plowshares.
That will be now.
There might still be one of those counter spells in your hand. Okay,
So I'll draw.
that's fine.
Impulse.
Sure.
Yeah.
What happened?
No. I look at 4 because I
good.
was told that I look on 5 in the other game by accident.
Okay.
So
It's maybe like did you play Worldly Council? That card, like
yes,
the domain.
I used to play
that, because that would look at
could
5
be, but
cards.
I don't know what was the what was my thinking really. All right, so how many cards?
I have 2 cards, and basically your task here is like to figure out how not to lose the game. And I think that seems to me you have the tools to do it, right?
So now you have how many cards? Sorry,
Still 2.
2.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll fetch. Go to 3.
Sure, you haven't played land yet. Now you can get the second white.
I think I'll just get the angels. I'll get 3 angels.
All right, that's fine for me.
This.
Yep.
Just cast it. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna flip
Yes.
an angel of my own.
Yes. I'm tapped out.
Drop. 3 angels, you say. And how many cards you have? You have 4 cards, is that right?
Yes, I have 4.
4 cards, alright. I'm gonna Wrath of God the angels away. Then I'm gonna activate
Go to 2
tower and get in for 1/3 of your life and pass the turn to you.
It's very strong.
It is. It is.
Okay, what is this?
Rampant growth.
Get red mana.
Sure.
Just going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Now hunting echoes you.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if that's like a winning strategy, but
so I'm gonna have. Wait, let's see. Yeah, I definitely have a response to that. So in response, I'm gonna decree for 3. So if this resolves, I'm gonna make 3 tokens.
I just want to cast hunting echo, so you can't decree me anymore.
I know. So is this like? Do you have a way out? Like my hand is this.
You mean I have 4 mana and I have 2 life? Do you think I have a way out?
I don't think so. Is this gonna be game 3?
No.
Is this really gonna be game 3?
I was doing my best. I just wanted to like shut it off.
I know. It was like one turn too late.
I could get decree.
I know. You didn't have a decree in your hand.
No, I did not. I could actually.
Like, you could wish for the.
I could wish for it,
and then like you have like 9, whereas I would have 9, 10.
Because since you like tapped out so much and you did so much.
I mean, I couldn't play it here. I mean, if I let you go and you have a decree, then like I decree, you decree, but you have the 3 angels. So like I wouldn't be able to kill you, I think.
Oh, you would still have Wrath of God.
Yeah, but like, what's the Wrath of God good for if I like, cast my
okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying if it's
just because you tapped out. In my mind, I was like tunnel vision is that you just don't have it. Like, you can't have it, right?
Okay. Well, luckily for our viewers, we're gonna go to a sweet game 3 here.
Very quick one.
And I hope so. Do we like mulligan to 0, both of us intentionally? That's just ID here.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So in a very unexpected twist here, and also because our director Ondra is kind of dying here and he does not look happy with another 1-hour game here, we decided to ID here, intentional draw. Yes. Thanks for the games, Tomáš. Very, very pleasant games, and we both advance into top 8, right? That's how IDs work. Yeah, we didn't have to play the first 2 games. This was exhausting.
But this was
also
played before IDs were allowed, right? Like it was.
Right, yeah,
we ran into time after like 2.5 hours.
Like twice or 3 times.
Yes,
okay. So This was exhausting, but like in my opinion, also kind of beautiful. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but
yes, I like it a lot. I think I'm sure I think I might have made some mistakes. On the other hand, like in the second game, I could have like wished for like Decree, but I thought that like you're on 6 mana, so you're not doing the Decree anymore. What was that quite clutch was that I just drew Island off the top after the res, right? I didn't have to draw.
Yeah,
Island.
Yeah, the game
would
would
draw
be
like
over.
anything else. Yeah, maybe I could draw swords, but other than that,
Yeah.
So what was funny is that one of like Mainland was just absolutely like killing it because I had to play like weirdly just to get rid of it. So
right.
That was kind of weird.
Hey, it was weird because also like at one point my hand, I boarded out most of the dead cards, and at one point my hand was disenchant Wrath of God. So I was kind of hoping that you would lean on the destructive flow so that the Mainland wouldn't kill you and then it would get you. But like because I played one of the disenchants already.
Yeah.
But sorry, like what you were saying was that you had to play around the Mainland. Let's just give it some camera time here.
Yes.
Some time in the spotlight. It does not enjoy very
because I could like Burning Wish for Innocent Blood and kill like the big creature that you had or what. But yeah. Anyway, so another thing I felt like even when I play a lot of basics in any deck, like say Rock, you often have to like play non-basics. And you just like until like land turn 7 or something, you always had like all your basics. So even when you were like tapped and I could play Destructive Flow and get 2 for 1 for your disenchant, I was never really doing a lot.
Yeah, let's see. The deck plays the black-white deck plays 28 lands, but like 6 of those cycle, so it's like 22, and I believe 7 of those are non-basic, so that would be 15 plus 2 Eternal Dragons. But then like the cycling lands cycle you into potentially more basics.
Yes. So
and also like Phyrex and Furnaces can get there. But like I'm gonna be very honest here and say that I think the black-white deck is an underdog here, and I was pretty lucky. I think that the matchup is maybe 65 to 35 in favor of Domain. I would go that way because your late game looks a lot more scary. Like we both have Decrees.
Yes,
but you have
Gas Blessing. Obviously, you have some kind of inevitability.
Right.
And basically, what you're trying to kill me with big fatty creatures that I have Swords Plowshares. Are you trying to Decree when I usually should have more lands in play, so I should be winning with a Decree. But definitely very exhausting game. And basically, if you ever meet this matchup, you have to win game 1.
That's
all. That's
true.
Really
true,
all
because that's all you're gonna have time for.
Yes.
Yeah, or just shake hands. Go for go for some fresh air outside.
Yes, but you know what? You will not do it. You will play it out. You'll be totally exhausted, and then it will be a draw anyway.
And then you're gonna look back at it with fond memories, of the back and forth.
Very fond memories.
One card that I would maybe also kind of highlight here is Eternal Dragon, because it does so much work. It can be like +3 lands, which makes so much difference in late game where decrees are traded back and forth, and it's a threat. So like you can sometimes expend spend your swords on my Exalted Angels, and then this one is there. And it just cannot be killed with anything else except for.
Well, I think at some point I should have Gas Blessing it away.
Sure, like maybe game 1, right?
In game 1, I think that I should have done that. But I think I obviously love the card. By the way, when I said that I should have more lands, it's with Eternal Dragon you have your land drops, and they are. I mean, this was obviously. How many did you draw in the 2 games?
All of them.
Yes.
What do you mean? How many did you draw?
Thank you that you remember.
I don't understand that question. I drew 2 in game 1 and 2 in game 2. The deck does play a lot of cards that cycle or draw cards, but yes, this was definitely. As I mentioned, I think that game 1 actually kind of went, I think, according to how it usually should go, in the sense that it looked like I have a lot of overwhelming advantage, but in the end you had the inevitability.
Yes, and I would say maybe last thing that I think in the last game, when I play the Factor Fiction to shuffle, sometimes it's very good, especially for example when your opponent's casting like Hunting Echoes. You can do this kind of a trick when you know it's there, or when you have a good chance that it's there. But most probably I had Burning Wish in hand. I could just go for Gas Blessing, or you just draw because one Gas Blessing was removed.
Still there, yeah.
Like, one was removed.
One was removed,
and one was in the deck. So that's how you can like get the cards back without using the Burning Wish.
Right.
But most probably what was correct was just to draw one of those 2 cards, whatever it is, then Burning Wish for Chaos Blessing and put 3 good cards. And then you have 75% chance that you draw a good card.
Yeah.
Probably like Decree or something, or Pernicious Deed. And I think that was probably correct line to do, but guys...
Yeah, well...
It was a long day.
It was a long day. So for those few out of the audience who are still with us...
All 6 of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you spending so much of your time watching this video. We're going to be back at some point soon with another matchup. Very likely a faster one, because I don't think there's there's a more grindy matchup than this.
And I think we'll be back live as well. When?
We're gonna be live when? Was that a question were you asking me?
I thought that we'll be doing the coverage of our championship.
That I will definitely be doing.
Yes,
That's where your questions was leading.
When is it?
It's
May the 4th.
May the 4th.
May the 4th. It's so hard to remember that. May the 4th. So May the 4th, I guess we'll be back doing the commentary.
I think so, yeah. Both of us will be there in the booth commenting some live matches. And I'm very much looking forward to that. I had a blast last year. So, something I've been looking forward to. So anyway, thanks a lot for being with us. If in case you like that matchup, just put a like or just leave a comment.
Yes,
you know that like
if you want to see this matchup again, or if you want to see the decider,
write us in comments. We can make a separate video on that.
Yes, and if you want the sideboard guide, just let me know.
Yeah, sure. So thanks a lot. See you next time, guys.